In this training session, we're going to cover navigation of the Guerrilla Marketplace. We start at the Guerrilla Marketplace landing page. This is the page that you'll see when you first log in to the Guerrilla Marketplace. In a previous training session, we covered the profile, which is located here. As you look at this top banner, you'll notice there's tabs within this banner: Home Shop, Favorites, Forms. All of these tabs take you to different areas within the Guerrilla Marketplace. The first tab, Home Shop, lands you on this page. The second tab, which is the Favorites tab, takes you to where you would set up your favorites. Favorites are items that you purchase on a regular basis that you want to save in the Guerrilla Marketplace. We'll cover favorites more extensively in another training video. The next tab is Forms. Forms are used within the Guerrilla Marketplace to do things such as shop. You'll notice that this says Purchasing Office Forms. The Pay Vendor is a form. The P-Card Entry is a form. And the New Vendor Request is a form. Forms are commonly used documents that allow you to enter information, whether that's purchasing, whether that's setting up a new vendor, and there's going to be many more forms coming to the Guerrilla Marketplace. All of those forms will be located underneath this tab, and then also commonly show up in this Purchasing Office Forms box. Under the next tab, Carts, is where all of your carts will be located. In the Guerrilla Marketplace, we use carts to shop, similar to other online shopping experiences. We put items into a cart, whether that's items we've purchased, forms that we've completed, or other things. In this case, you'll see my active cart, which is named Staples with a date, is located under Active Cart. Under Draft Carts, all of the carts that you currently have show up. The cart that is red is your active cart. The carts that are not highlighted are currently draft carts. We'll go into more information about the carts in another training video. The Approvals tab brings you to the screen where you would approve purchases that either you have made or other people have made. In this case, I have purchases that I would need to approve for other people on campus. You may have purchases also, requisitions that have to be clicked on. You can click on this requisition number, and then you click Assign and Approve once you've looked at the requisition and determined that it's okay. Approvals will also be covered in more detail in another training video. We're going to skip the History tab because in the current and in the next upgrade to the Guerrilla Marketplace, this tab is going to go away. The next tab we see is the Document Search tab. The Document Search tab is where we can go to quickly search documents that we've entered. You can use a requisition number, a PO number, any information that you know. You can enter it here, click Go, and it will find everything, for example, that has anything to do with Ron's. In this case, I entered Ron's, so it's looking at anything that has Ron's in the name. There's also another search function located right here. In this search area, you can search by PO, by requisition, supplier invoice. There's many different ways that you can search. If I'm going to search by PO, I can click on PO and then enter a PO number and it will bring that PO up. Again, the search functionality in the Gorilla Marketplace is going to be covered in another video. The other thing that's located here on this banner is your current cart. The cart that you're currently filling is always located right here, and by clicking on this it takes me directly to that cart. So the cart that you're working out of is always located right here, so you can look at it and easily tell that this is the cart that I'm currently putting items into. Next, we're going to cover the other areas on the landing page of the Gorilla Marketplace. If you look at this box right here, you will see a message board. What will be located here will be notes to users. In this case, it talks about, please note, pay vendor form now requires entry of an invoice. All kinds of information could be located here. Any frequently asked questions that we need to answer to all users, we can post the answer here. If it's information that's prudent for everybody that's using the Gorilla Marketplace, it could be located in this box. The message box also contains a link to training videos, and it contains the link to the P-card reconciliation system. The next box we're going to look at is the Action Items box, which is located right here. The Action Items box contains links to your current requisitions that you've recently completed or that are pending. It also contains a link to your current purchase orders. By clicking on recently completed requisitions, we see a list of the requisitions that we've recently completed. The Action Items box also contains an Approvals tab. Under the Approvals tab, we will see any requisitions that require our approval. By clicking on the requisitions, it will bring a list of the requisitions up that need our approval. You'll notice this is also the same requisitions that we're seeing when we clicked on the Approvals tab up here. The Approvals tab is located in two places on the Gorilla Marketplace. The next box that we will view is the Punch-Out Vendor box. All of the vendors located in these boxes are vendors that we can punch out and shop. By simply clicking on a vendor, any of the vendors that's located in this box, we will go directly to that vendor and we can shop, fill a cart, and then bring the cart back into the Gorilla Marketplace. The next thing I wanted to point out on the landing page were these check marks. These question marks, if you click on them, they give you information about the box that you're looking at. In this case, it will give you information about the punch-out box and what is located in it. If I click on the box over the forms, it gives me information about the forms. These question marks, as you will notice, are conveniently located within different areas of the screen. If you have questions, you can click on those and they will give you information about the area that you're looking at. The other thing that you can do is hover for additional help. If you take your mouse and you hover over the top of an item, it will give you additional information about that particular item. This concludes this training video on the Guerrilla Marketplace and navigation of the Guerrilla Marketplace. If you have any further questions, feel free to contact the purchasing office and someone will be glad to come to your desktop and help you learn more about the Guerrilla Marketplace.